welcome back to my channel for another video. I'm going to make this intro really short and just tell you that today I'm going to be reviewing the Colourpop Cosmetics, their Ultra Matte Lippies, and their Lippie Stix. I placed an order that got broken into two orders, or two shipments, I guess you could say, and I will be reviewing I will be telling you my thoughts on the products that I purchased and swatching them for you. If you want to see that, keep watching. This first shade is Midi. It is a soft, neutral beige shade with a slight pinky undertone. I love this one. It's a really gorgeous everyday nude, and I've actually been looking for a nude similar to this for quite some time. Midi goes on extremely opaque, and I got it to cover my lips in one application. I think this nude shade is very complimentary of fair skin, but I think it would still look beautiful if you had darker skin than I do. This is Trap. It is described as a dusty grayed out beige, or as Colourpop called it, greige. It is a beautiful color. I noticed a lot of people said this was either too light on them or too gray on them, but I thought this wore beautifully, and again, it covered in one full application. It was amazing. I love this one. It's very fall and winter-esque and very cool tone, and I don't wear very cool tone lips often, so this was a new fun one for me. This next shade is Beeper. It is described as a warm mid-tone taupe. Beeper is definitely in my top 5 of favorites from this collection. It is such a beautiful, warm, brownish, dusty rose nude color. That was a mouthful. But I think it wears so beautiful with my hazel eyes, my dark red hair, and pale skin. I think that this would work great on multiple different skin tones, but I think this is a great, true, deep nude for fair to medium skin tone. So this is a really beautiful one, and it's definitely one of my favorites. This next shade is called Clueless. It is described as a dusty mauve pink. I feel like this color leans slightly in the nude category still, but it's starting to branch out into that brighter shade category as well. It's a dusty, kind of purpley pink color, and although it's cool toned, I feel like this is a great staple everyday shade that goes with any eye look, any makeup look that you're trying to achieve, and I definitely think this is a staple in anyone's collection. This one here is called Donut. It's described as a bright peach. Although I think it leans a little bit more corally in color, it's still gorgeous. This is extremely bright, and I think it's one of those perfect colors for summer and springtime. Although I think you could probably get away with wearing it into the fall and maybe wintertime as well. But this is truly bright and super unique. I don't have anything like this in my collection, and I really love this fun color. This next one is called Bumble. It's another one of my top faves. It is described as a dusty, warm terracotta color, although I think it leans a little bit more muted red. Nonetheless, this is still a gorgeous color. I think it's so different and so unique. It's also extremely wearable, so for those of you who are a little bit too afraid to delve into the pool of deep, intense, bold red lips, this is a great place to start. I think this color is going to be extremely popular this fall and just this year in general. If you haven't picked this shade up, I definitely recommend it. It is just a flawless, beautiful muted red shade, and I think this is flattering universally on everyone, and any skin tone, eye color, hair color, this will look beautiful on you, and I'm totally geeking out over this color at the moment. Like, anything this color, I love. This next shade is called Drive-In, and as you can tell by my reaction, it is intense. It is described as a mid-tone bright magenta, and trust me when I say it is bright. At first, I was a little bit intimidated by this color because I'm not normally used to wearing shades like this. You know, the magenta, fuchsia, bright, in-your-face, loud shades. But I was pleased to find that this is actually really beautiful and kind of really wearable as well. So despite my initial shock, I've actually come to really love this color, and it's one of my favorites. And I'm excited to start branching out into more of these types of shades and wearing this fall. I think it's really fun, and if you're nervous about trying this, I would just say bite the bullet and try it, because it really surprised me and I really ended up loving this color. This shade is also extremely opaque and applied evenly with just one coat. And I tried to do a kiss proof test, as you can see here, but I didn't wait till it was dry, so it got all over the back of my hand. But once it's dry, it does pass the kiss proof test. This next shade is called Lychee or Lychee. It's described as a juicy warm violet, and this shade, just like the last one, is very bright and intense, if not more so. It's also purple toned, and as you can see by my wide eyes, I wasn't expecting that. But it is actually a really beautiful shade, just like the last one. I just needed a little bit of getting used to it, and it actually ended up, to my surprise, being another one of my favorites. It's really intense, but also really fun, and I definitely like branching out, trying new colors, and I think it definitely helps that both of these shades are matte. It really kind of works me into these brighter, more intense and vibrant shades. But this is definitely a fun one for spring, summer, fall, winter, and on all different skin tones. I really liked Lychee or Lychee. How do you say that? And I thought I was a punk rock star with this purpley punky lip, so that's me being a weirdo. This is Avenue. It's described as a deep yellow red, and although it looks intense, I find that it's actually very wearable, and I think this is very universally pleasing on everyone. It's one of those shades that's really deep and isn't super intense or loud, but it definitely does make a statement. I can't wait to wear this during the holidays and Christmas time because I think it's a really fun, festive red. It's also the best, most favorited red that I own in my entire lipstick collection. I think it's just really, truly perfect on me and anybody else that wears this color. It's not as bright as Creeper, and it's not as dark as LAX. So this is Avenue. This one here is called Tulle, and it is one of my other top favorites from the liquid matte lipsticks. It is so gorgeous. It's described as a dusty mauve burgundy, and that's essentially what it is. It's got more of a brown tone to it though, which makes it extremely wearable, and it's just a deeper version of that whole Kylie Jenner lip color thing, but definitely a 90s flashback color for me. Very dusty, dirty, brown 90s color. So if you're looking for one of those perfect 90s shades, this one would be one for you. It's just also a great everyday color, and I find it very flattering on everyone. So this and Bumble, I think, are my two top favorites. And then Beeper is probably my third favorite. And then Trap. And then Avenue. And then Drive-In. I don't know, I just love them all. So this is a great one here. This is a shade LAX. It's described as a vampy black and red. This is the last liquid matte lippy that I own at the moment. And this one is a very dark, deep, intense red. As the name describes, it's super vampy, super fun for fall and winter time, and makes your teeth extremely white. Like, so white that they shine in front of everyone's face. Amazing color, one of my top faves, and it's just, you can't go wrong with a dark, deep, vampy red. This is so in for fall, so definitely would recommend this one. Now we're moving on to my Lippie Stix. I purchased 5 Lippie Stix, and I will be swatching all 5 of them for you. The first one I purchased is called Lumiere. It is a matte finish, And this one was created by the lovely Kathleen Lights here on YouTube. She collaborated with Colourpop to create this amazing everyday shade. I swear this shade is so perfect for just an everyday thing. Whether you want minimal makeup, a lot of makeup, whatever you're doing, this color is perfect. It's super flattering on everyone, and I think that this was just a great job by Kathleen, and all over just a perfect neutral shade. This next shade is called Flawless. It is a satin finish, and it is one of my favorites. It applies so creamy, and it is a burgundy, a berry purpley tone color, and I think this is very flattering, especially for those of you who are too timid to try a very bold, berry, dark, kind of purpley lip. This one is a great comfort zone buster. It will help you branch out into those nice fall berry tones, but it's not over the top or in your face. It's a great color for any time of day, any makeup look, and it's perfect for fall and winter. I love this one. It's so pretty. So if you haven't tried Flawless, I would definitely try it, because I mean, look how pretty it is. I love it. It just brings out fall. Like, I'm gonna wear this all during the fall. And I love the satin finish. It's very nice. Second favorite after the matte. This next one is called Heart On. Get your head out of the gutter, not hard on. Heart On. And it's actually clever that Colourpop did that, because actually in their description they mentioned something about a hard on. So this color here is a matte shade. It is pretty bright and intense. When I bought it, I was under the impression it would be deeper and more of a raspberry tone. Not that this isn't a pretty color, because it is gorgeous, but if you're expecting this to be deeper and darker than it is, it's not. Just keep that in mind. It's a lot brighter in person, and as you can see on camera, it's a lot more pinky, and I love it, but it wasn't what I expected. So yeah, this is Heart On, and like I said, it's just a blue-based pinky color with a slight raspberry hue to it. So this is a really pretty shade, and I think this is a great everyday shade if you're looking for a pinky color. This is Dahlia, another matte shade. This one I wasn't actually going to purchase. I was actually going to get the color Creeper, but somehow this one ended up in my cart instead. But nonetheless, it's still a gorgeous color. It's like the shade Avenue from the liquid lipsticks, but in the Lippie Stick form. And it's just that nice deep red color. Another great one for fall and winter time. And yeah, this is a really pretty shade. There's not much to say about it other than it's just your kind of classic deep dark red, and it actually has a little bit of a brown hue to it. I don't know if you can tell, but that's kind of what makes it a little bit more wearable as well, is that brown undertone. So yeah, and it actually looks really good with hazel eyes or blue eyes or whatever color eyes you have. I don't know, I'm just rambling at this point. This last one is called Clique, and it's actually one of my favorites. I was so skeptical when buying this color because I don't ever wear shades like this. I've never worn an orange or a red orange shade or anything like this one, and I was so shocked to find that I love it. I know a lot of people might think this looks terrible on me, or it's a terrible color in general, but I think this is gorgeous, and it's so fun and so different for me. It's like a spicy red-orange color, and I love that it's matte, and there's my dog, so that's that. And what I've been doing lately is I'll add a little bit of brown, a matte brown color like the shade 1993 from Urban Decay. I'll pat it all over the center and then rub it in, and it creates this perfect fall orange color. It's a very nice deep orange, and it's a lot more wearable than just straight up Clique. So Clique mixed with a brown is a very nice combination. So this is Clique, and that's my last shade. Thanks so much for watching.